Full name: Gregory Wayne Abbott, born November 13, 1957. Party Republican position: Governor of Texas since 2015. Early life and career: born in Wichita Falls, Texas, and raised in Duncanville. Studied finance at the University of Texas at Austin. Later earned a law degree from Vanderbilt University. Encyclopedia Britannica. In a life-changing accident, Abbott was paralyzed below the waist after a tree fell on him while jogging. He began his public service career as a judge, then became Attorney General of Texas, the longest serving in state history before becoming governor. Political philosophy and identity. Abbott is a strong conservative. He emphasizes limited government, individual liberties, and fiscal responsibility. He strongly supports state sovereignty, especially when it comes to federal policies he views as overreach. His personal story, recovering from paralysis, is often part of his public narrative, highlighting resilience and faith. Key policy priorities: 2023-2025. Border security and immigration. Abbott continues to prioritize securing the Texas-Mexico border. He has pushed for aggressive border enforcement tactics via Operation Lone Star, deploying state resources to counter smuggling and illegal crossings. He also signed legislation and took executive actions to counter what he considers sanctuary policies. In tax and economic policy, Abbott has championed significant property tax cuts in Texas. His administration argues this reduces burden on homeowners and helps economic growth. He maintains Texas' business-friendly climate, promoting the state as a top place for companies and job creation. Abbott rejects certain state taxes, such as a state income tax, and emphasizes limited taxation. Governing education, he supports increased funding for public schools and higher education. Emphasizes career training and preparing students for high-demand jobs. He also supports parental rights in education. Social issues and Texas values. Abbott has signed strict pro-life legislation and pushed conservative policies on abortion. He strongly supports gun rights, including permitless carry for handguns. He has promoted Texas values, including policies on gender identity and parental control in education. Greg Abbott has supported major investments in Texas infrastructure. Governing, he has pushed for strengthening the state's energy grid and weatherizing power plants to prevent outages. Recent actions and controversies. Border and protest response. In mid-2025, Abbott deployed thousands of National Guard troops in response to large protests, citing public safety concerns. Camp safety reform. Following deadly flooding that led to loss of life in youth camps, he signed new laws to improve emergency planning for camps and require better safety measures. Houston Chronicle. Abortion regulation. Abbott has continued to push hardline abortion restrictions, including efforts to limit mail-order abortion medications. Consolidation of power. Some analysts argue Abbott increasingly uses his gubernatorial authority, especially emergency powers, to bypass traditional checks and balances. The New Yorker. Challenges and criticism. Use of emergency powers. Critics argue Abbott overly relies on emergency declarations, enabling him to expand his authority without legislative oversight. The New Yorker. Immigration stunts. His migrant busing campaign to send asylum seekers to other states has drawn both praise and sharp criticism. The Guardian. Social policy push. His firm stances on abortion, gender identity, and education have polarized Texas, drawing backlash from progressives. Disaster preparedness. While he has signed safety reforms, some argue more proactive infrastructure planning is needed, especially given Texas' vulnerability to extreme weather. Leadership, style, and influence. Abbott is decisive and confrontational. He often frames his governance as defending Texas against federal overreach and ideological challenges. He projects himself as a guardian of conservative values, combining cultural conservatism with economic growth. His long tenure and well-funded campaigns have made him one of the most powerful and entrenched Republican governors in U.S. politics. He remains a major national conservative figure, influencing national debates on immigration, federalism, and social policy. Legacy and outlook. Abbott's legacy is likely to be defined by his border enforcement policies, his tax cut agenda, and his social conservatism. His continued re-election suggests strong approval among Texas conservatives, and he may remain a key player in national Republican strategy. Given his aggressive use of executive power, his tenure could influence how future governors use emergency authority. He is likely to remain a central conservative voice, shaping the Republican agenda in Texas and beyond for years to come.